I thought they'd give more than what they have been, but their season right at the end of the season was kind of
Oh, the Stanley Cup playoffs officially got underway tonight for our Vegas Golden Knights, and the final score not on our side. Good evening. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Christiane Klein. We have team coverage tonight. We start with sports director Chris Matthews live in San Jose. And Chris, this is not how we wanted to end Game 1.
No, I'll tell you what, it's not, Christiane. But remember, Golden Knights fans, last year when they played Winnipeg in that second round, they lost the first game at Winnipeg, and then they came back and won 4 straight to knock the Jets out of the playoffs and move into the Stanley Cup Finals. So it is Game 1, disappointing Game 1, but I'll tell you what, it was one of those games that you can kind of sense, oh, things are kind of going to be chippy. It's going to be an exciting series. I think it is, just the way the thing unfolded. It was a 5-2 final score. The Sharks did score that empty net goal. But you know what? Here's kind of what's unique. Before the game even started, see this little Joe Pavelski placard? Every single fan that came in was given one of these, and these little light-up little wristbands, so they had the atmosphere was really exciting. Well, Joe Pavelski, by the way, he had scored 38 goals coming into the postseason. He scored his 39th. None more painful than that 39th. Painful because it went right off his face and into the goals. He beat Fleury for the first goal of the game. Then they scored some more. They scored on the power play just one time. They had about 5 opportunities, but just one got by Fleury on the power play. So that kind of gave the Sharks a little momentum going into this. We had an opportunity to speak with Jonathan Marchessault and Max Pacioretty, and really Marchessault said, we got to come out and play a little more disciplined hockey.
We were undisciplined. That's how we lost the game. We know if we take penalty against this group, they're going to cash in, and they did.
They're a dangerous team on the power play, and we give them too many opportunities, but I don't think there are penalties that were caused out of frustration. I think more of them playing, a good, strong game in the offensive zone. They're a big team. They cut back. They hold on to the pucks in the offensive zone, and that's the way we want to play, but they did it to us tonight.
All right, so that is Game 1. The Golden Knights fall 5-2. Of course, they play again on Friday. Now, to see how this thing unfolded, let's go back to the studio. John Treach has those highlights. John.
Thank you so much, Chris. The town and its team were ready. Golden Knight Nation was prepared to Stanley Cup stick it to the Sharks. But one problem, the Sharks appear to be ravenous and ready themselves. Silicon Valley flexing its technological muscles early, and the Sharks were flexing dominance in the first period. And in the second, too, Marc-Edouard Vlasic's goal makes it 3-0. But the Knights wake up. Mark Stone stirs up belief in Vegas when he scores to make it 3-1. But VGK defense was exposed tonight. Evander Kane, an express lane to the scoreboard, 4-1. The Golden Knights were not a sharp team. Mark Stone, rock solid. 2 goals, but not nearly enough. 5-2, the final in this one. The Golden Knights had 32 penalty minutes and only had 10 shots on goal in the first 2 periods. That will get you swept. Expect Vegas to be more aggressive, but disciplined in Game 2.
I certainly hope so. Thanks, John. Of course, just because the Knights were on the road doesn't mean the partying stops here, at least earlier in the night. Dozens of fans packed into City National Arena to cheer on our team. And Shakayla Alvarenga was there all night and has more on that watch party. Shakayla?
Well, Christiane, it was not the score, of course, that we were hoping for, but just check out this video of just how many people were here at City National Arena tonight. More than 200 people, as you mentioned, packing City National Arena. This is where the team practices to cheer on the Golden Knights. This is a continued tradition for most people to come to Mackenzie Bar upstairs and watch the team play at games when they're away. Now the question is, will the Vegas Golden Knights replicate the magic that we saw last year?
But last season was such a dream season. It was so much fun to watch them, and I look forward to this postseason, and I hope that they're going to do well, and I know they will do well, but it's going to be tough again this year. So lots of good team. They improved themselves, everybody.
It was a very important game, Game 1, Round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs on to Friday. Could we see a comeback? Well, if you asked the people that I talked to here, they say yes. Reporting live at City National Arena, Shakayla Alvarenga, 8 News Now. Back to you.
Thank you, Shakayla.